Okay, welcome to Sunday Night Zooms. Woohoo! For those of you who do not know me, I think everybody does, except I don't know, maybe everybody does. I'm Melissa Adams, and I am the mama bear of the X team. And we are doing a series called The ABCs of Leadership. We had our fall training today, and we were there from 2 to 5 and got motivated and encouraged and pumped up, and we're ready to put into action the things that we learned. And the thing that I love about the trainings and the bondings is, everything is designed to help you grow, which is exactly what these Zoom meetings are for. We want to take what we learn and implement it into our business. So I'm going to tell you again, like I told you today, A is action. You have to take and put what you learn into action. You have to take affirmative action, deliberate action, and put this into place. So I'm going to review A through F really quick and just tell you what they are. If this is your first night, so you can just make sure that you have them. A, the ABCs of leadership. A is for action. B is for bonding with your team. C is getting out of your comfort zone. D is be duplicatable and don't drag anyone behind. E is be encouraging and exciting. And F is let your faith be bigger than your fear. So that's where we got to last week. We're going to start with G this week. And again, I'm going to go in for 30 minutes, and wherever we get. That's why I can't give you a specific time as to how long this series is going to last. But G is one that I think is really, really important, and one that that I am passionate about, and it is being goal-oriented, setting your goals, writing your goals, talking about your goals, posting your goals, because you've got to know where you're going in order to get there. That is something that I truly believe in. There's all kinds of research out there that shows you how much more likely you are, how much more likely you are to hit your goal. First of all, if you put it in writing, there's something about seeing what you want to accomplish in writing. It always goes back. This is one of the things we talked about today too. Your mind is such a powerful tool for everything you do. So when you see it, that helps you to believe it. So go, writing it down. Plus also when you share it with someone, that gives you an accountability of sorts, that people are looking to you. You've said it. It came out of your mouth. So you got to do it, That's why at the first of every month, I want you to write down the goals, not because it's what I want from you, it's what I want for you. I want there not to be anything in the way at all of you hitting your goal. And the same thing with your teams. You should encourage your teams to write their goals down, because they're much more likely to hit it. But you can't expect your team to do anything that you're not willing to do. So if you're not writing your goals down and you're not posting your goals, don't expect them to do it, because why would they? So it's very important to me, which is why I always post my goals. You can see I give my goals to Monica, who is my coach, at the beginning of every single month. I private message them to her. I give them to her. She sees them. I post them on the Healthy Heroes page, her page, because she asked me to. And it makes me accountable. It makes me accountable to you guys, because if you see what I'm going for, then that I have to depend on you, on all of you, to get me to where I want to go. Same thing with your teams. You've got to depend on somebody else to get you to where you want to go. So you want to see how they're going to get there, right? So that is very, very important. Be goal-oriented. You make your goals and make it important to your team to post their goals as well. So goal-oriented, that is G. H, and this is something that I practice almost to a fault, and that is be honest. Don't try to elaborate something. Don't try to tell somebody something that's not true. It's the same thing with people when they sign up with me. I have told people, you know what? I don't think this is for you. I think, you know, I think maybe you need to really think about it before spending that money. Same thing with, you know what, this ain't gonna work and you don't need to waste your money. Pack up them bottles and send it back. I've told people that before, because my big thing, and one thing that y'all know that I preach all the time, is I've wasted so much money on crap that didn't work. I don't want anybody wasting their money. And if this works 100% of the time if you follow the plan. If you've got somebody who's not willing to follow the plan or is sitting on a counter, they ain't gonna do it. And that's okay. That's okay. It's just not their time. You know what I mean? It's just not their time. And with your team, be honest with them. Tell them, let me see how to put this. It is tough love sometimes. You know, if you see them doing things that are going to hurt them, then be honest with them and tell them in a loving way, in a loving way. But you know, you want them to better themselves. You want everything that your team is doing. You want to make sure that they're not going to do anything that's going to hurt someone. Definitely. You don't want them doing anything that's going to, just like with the compliance training that we had today, that's something that we want to watch, and we want to be honest, and we want to tell them, let's just watch this, because we don't want anything in the long run to hurt your business. And you know what? It's a morals thing too. You don't want to tell anybody that something's going to do something that it's not. You want to, honesty, I think, is a huge quality in a leader. I think that it goes a long way. I think that it's just like, I go back to my background. I've been in management for a long, long time. I've always led by example, but I've never told someone, I've always under-promised instead of over-promised. So that way, if something good happens quicker than it was supposed to, then they're all happy. But I've never over-promised anything and told them it's going to do something that it's not, So I carry that over into this. I believe that being honest with people is a quality that a leader should have. And I think it all goes back to morals. So, and you can take that in any aspect that you want in the business, but be honest. That is a good quality of a leader. Kelly?
Hey, I just wanted everybody to know that Tab is on Zoom with us, and I just wanted him to get to know the team a little bit and say hello and all that.
Hey, we'll welcome you in just a little bit. So hang out at the end. I is for inspirational, and you have to inspire. You have to be a leader who inspires people. You've got to, that's one of the things that we had talked to, be motivate, encourage, exciting, but you have to inspire them by what you're doing. Lead the way, show them, be the leader that they want to be somebody that they can look up to. You lead the way and they will follow. You get to a point where, I believe that by, the rank that I'm at inspires people on our team right here. It inspires you to know that doesn't have to be anything special. You just have to work hard. And that's all I've done. I've worked hard. I put my head down. I grind. I work hard. And that should inspire every single one of you, that you've put in the effort. You can get and reach any rank that you want to be, or you can do anything that you want to do. You can finish that 8th day, and you can get down to your goal weight. You can be an inspiration to others. That is a quality in a leader. Jay, this is one of my favorite ones. And this one I think is crucial. And this was actually going to be one of my slides from my presentation today that I didn't get to do. But this is, listen to me, people, on this one, because there's so many of us that do this, me included. Judge no one. You do not know what's going on behind closed doors. You do not know that that person living in that $1 million house is not in debt so bad that they can't see straight, or they're a month from bankruptcy. You don't know what's going on. They can be broke at a high level. They can be broke at a low level. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know that just because they look like they don't need to lose any weight, that there's not other health issues going on. You don't judge anyone. Don't prejudge. It's not your decision to make whether they want the business or not. That's why it's up to you to tell every single person what the opportunity is that we have, because you don't know everything. You don't know everything about the people. Don't prejudge. You present it to them, then they say no, then you ask them again, because no doesn't mean no, right? We all know that. So, but you don't judge. It is you are robbing somebody of a blessing if you don't tell them about the business. 100% of the people, because you don't know who's struggling and doesn't maybe not have the money to pay for their kids' Christmas. You don't know that just because they have this what you see on the outside. It could be something that you don't even know about. So don't prejudge people and don't withhold that opportunity from anybody, because you don't know everything. And you could be holding a blessing from somebody by not sharing that. Okay, K. Kick them into high gear. Let's go. Success loves speed. So let's kick them into high gear, get them off running. As soon as they sign up, we need to be telling them, look, don't forget about this Extreme Builder bonus. You know what? We have an opportunity that if you're willing to work hard, you can earn $15,000 to $17,000 in 45 to 90 days. How's that sound for Christmas? Hello? You know, we've got Christmas coming up. So we've got, you know, where people go into debt. We've got the months coming up where people go into debt and it takes them 6 months to get out because they're putting everything on credit cards. And, you know, that's just, this is the facts. They're not paying for other things. They're not paying, and I was in the car industry, in the finance industry, so I always go back and reference the car thing, but that was our worst month for delinquency, with people not paying their car notes because they spent their car payments, they spent their house payment, they spent grocery money on making sure their children had a good Christmas. It's sad, but that's the truth. They throw stuff on their credit cards that takes them months to get off, and then they pay, you know, twice what they would have anyways in the interest that they pay. So kick them into high gear. Tell them what we have right now. We need to get people excited right now so that when the holidays hit us, you know, they've already got it established. They've already got money in their pocket, and they won't go into debt. There again, don't rob the blessing from somebody. Tell them what's available. Don't withhold that Extreme Builder from anybody. Let them know that's available, because you don't know what someone's capable of. If you present it, then they might just be like, woo, yeah, you know what? I need that. I need that. Why not? And if they do, honestly, if they do have the money, they could say, whoo, $15,000. You know how many people I could help at Christmas with $15,000? Let me run with this. So you just don't know. Kick them into high gear and let's go. L. L is what I believe with everything in my being, that you should lead by example. You should show them the way instead of telling them how to get there. If every single month, I'm using myself as an example because I'm the one talking to you. I mean, I'm sure all of you can use yourself as an example here, but the corporate, the thing that corporate came out with was the power of 5. If you sign up 5 people a month, 4 people as a customer and 1 as a distributor, your team's going to grow. I think that model is brilliant. I think the power of 5 is absolutely brilliant in within this business, because it is. I mean, you get 5 managers. 5 managers makes you a gold manager. You get 5 gold manager, that makes you a platinum director, and so forth. So here's my thing with leading by example. I will never ask you to do 5 if I'm not going to do 7. I won't. I was really worried last month, I must say, because it was the 29th of the month, and I had only enrolled 2 people. By the 31st, I had 7. And you know, you need to set a higher standard for yourself than you do anybody else. You should expect more from yourself than you do anybody else. And you should show people, you know, that what you're telling them is possible. Because some people are just like, you know, you want me to get 5, but you got 1. No, that should never be. You need to lead by example, and you need to pave the way the entire time. Show them how to do it. Show them the love. Show them how, you know, how exciting it can be, because it is. M, be motivational. And the books that we were talking about today, I think you've got to pour into yourself, and you yourself have got to get to a certain level of motivation before you can pour it into other people. And like we said today, what you put in comes out. So you put all that, you know, you do the motivational books, and you read the self-help books, and, you know, I think our team doesn't lack in this. I think our team really knows how to motivate. I think we are an exciting team. We love each other. We lift each other up, and I think that goes a long way in this industry. I think in the direct sales industry, I know that there's a lot of different companies, and they are cutthroat. They've got people that just go at each other, and they just want, you know, it's so competitive, and it doesn't have to be like that. And I'm glad that this team is more hands-on, helping each other, and rejoicing when others succeed, rather than, you know, the pity jealousy. That doesn't happen. I have not seen that one time on this entire team, and that makes me proud. That makes me proud, and it makes me it makes me feel like that. You know, I have led by example, and you know, the things the way that I show motivation to you guys take it, and you give it to each other, and you give it to your downline, and you give it to your team. And it doesn't, you know, it's just like, it is all about everybody going up together, and everybody linking arms and going to the top together, and everybody motivating each other. It doesn't matter who you are, or whose team you're on. It's just like everybody wants everybody to go, and we just link arms and we just go. And I love that about this team. So a good leader is motivational. And then we're going to go through N, and then I'm going to stop that for tonight. And this is one that we hit on today. We did really good today. I'm so proud of our speakers from today. And if you guys did not watch the training today, I would encourage you. Charles live streamed it for us, and it is on the leaders page. But N, a leader never gives up. Even when times get tough, and even when days seem dreary, quitting is not in your vocabulary. And that is a huge quality of a leader. And I will tell you, in the 3.5 years that I have done this, my business has gone up and down and up and down. And two times I, you know, was up here and people quit on me, and my business dropped, and I had to rebuild 2 times. The third time it happened, I almost gave up, because I was still working. Y'all know the story. I was still working full time, and it was exhausting. And I told Kevin, I was like, you know, I just don't know if it's worth it. I just don't know. And that was the next week we went to Costa Rica. And that's when 2 of the most beautiful leaders in this company, one of them told me that she had been there, and the only way that I was going to fail is if I quit. And the other one told me that it wasn't about me. It was about the people below me that depended on me, the ones that were still holding on, you know, the ones that were still there. I couldn't give up on them. And so I came back, and I was, you know, I needed that light under my butt to say, you know, you're right. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. You know, nothing good ever comes from quitting. Y'all know that. And so look what happened. I went from, in 3 months, I went from a gold manager to a platinum director in 3 months. From January, I was a gold manager. February, I hit silver director. March, I hit platinum director. A lot of you were here during that time. Y'all know how fast we blew it up, and it was amazing. And it was because I said, I'm not going to quit. And I came back, and all these qualities of the leader, I implemented them. and I motivated. I kicked it into high gear. I led by example, and we took off. And we haven't stopped. It has continued. I mean, now I'm going to tell you, there are still times where it's exhausting. There are still times when, you know, you're just like, oh my God, I've got to do 1,500 more follow-ups. You know, there are times when, you know, it's just like, oh, I'm just going to skip it today. No, you do not give up on what you have, because again, and I've preached this every week, you've got this little bubble of opportunity, and in the next 5 years, this thing's going to go from being a secret to everybody knowing about it. And anybody that's in right now that works this thing and holds on every single day, there is no way that you are not going to be $1 million earner in 5 years. I believe it with everything in me. Every single person. If you work this like you want it, if you work this like you know you're supposed to. And one of the things that Stacy said today on her thing was, you can't have a $1 million dream on a minimum wage or work ethic. And you can't work this business 15 minutes a day and expect to earn $1 million. You cannot, what was the other thing that I had? Oh, you can have 1 million excuses, or you can make $1 million, your choice. That's the truth. It's there for the taking. It's there for anybody that wants it. It's there for anybody who applies themselves. It is there for the people who put their head down and say, I'm going to the top. And I'm telling you something, I'm not going to drag anybody, but I'll push anybody who wants to go. I'll get behind y'all, and I'm going, because I'm going. I'm just telling you. There's nothing going to stop me. It doesn't matter if every single person on this team tomorrow says, I'm done. I'll start all over, because I know what's there. I know I can see it. I can reach out. I can almost touch it. I can taste it. And it's just right. It's right there. You just got to keep going. And it's just like anything else. How do you get to the top of Mount Everest? Anybody know? One step at a time. One step at a time. That's it. So I'm going to the top of Mount Everest one step at a time, one day at a time. And anybody who wants to come, let's go. Because even if it's just that you want enough money to pay for your products, we'll help you get there. If you want enough money to, you know, just to make an extra $1,000 a month, you know, that would pay for Christmas, a couple of $1,000. You know, I keep going back to Christmas because I remember how hard it was for us when we, you know, at Christmas time, because you want to give your, you know, your kids everything. I wanted to get, you know, buy for my kid, you know, my daughter and my nieces and nephews, and we went into debt every Christmas. Every Christmas we went into debt, and it was like clawing everything for the next 6 months to pay off the credit cards, because, I mean, that's just how it was. And the thing is it's just there. It's just, if you just put in the effort, and say, I can do this. I'm worth it. Why not me? Those were the things we said today. Why not me? Then you can do it. So I'm going to stop with N, and we've got enough for 2 more weeks, so that'll take us through to the end of September anyways. And who would like to add to what we did tonight? Because I think that after today's training, I don't think there's anybody that left that training today not believing that they could be a leader. There's nobody there that wasn't already a leader and did not leave all fired up, ready to improve their leadership qualities. And Kelly has already introduced him, but I have had the pleasure a couple of days of speaking to Tab Schmidt. He is in St. Louis, and he's actually going to the convention with us, and we are certainly glad to have you as part of our team. He's 3 days? You signed up 3 days ago?
Yeah, somewhere in there, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm not counting yet.
He's waiting for his box to get here, and you know what? Although he's going to use the products and he's going to love them and be a product of the product, he did not do this for the products. He is doing it. He came in for the business opportunity. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see how he's going to use this and incorporate this in his life and the lives of the people that he knows, in and out of his clinics. I just know that there is limitless possibilities, unlimited possibilities for you and what's ahead of you. And we're very, very happy to have you on our team.
Well, thank you.
And here's everybody, this is Tab. You'll get to know us over time. But those of you that were there today, what are some things that you took away from tonight and today of leadership? What are some things that that you believe makes a good leader? I'm going to start calling on people if you don't unmute. Kelly?
Staying in contact, especially with your people on 8 days, but continuing to stay in contact with your people.
Yep. That's one thing that Charles actually, he was sitting beside me and he was writing notes, and he said a couple of times, we lack something after the 8th day. It's going from 9 days on. We get so excited, about the first 8 days and getting them started, but we've got to remember that this is not an 8-day program. There is an 8-day jumpstart, yes, but this is not an 8-day program. This is a lifestyle, and this is something, if you want to have that customer retention, which we all know that residual income is what makes us independently wealthy. The residual income is what gives us that financial freedom. And if we want to get to that point, we have got to, just like Kelly said too, we've got the contact, the staying in touch with people, letting them know that they have got somebody that's there for them, and going to continue holding their hand. Vicki hit on this really, really well today. I mean, the things that she said, implement them in your day-to-day coaching. Talk to them, keep in touch with them. And Vicki, you want to add anything to that? Am I going?
Am I muted?
Nope.
Oh, have you heard anything else I've said?
Go ahead.
No, that's just it. Stay with them, and like Charles brought up, we hit on today really hard on the 8-day, staying with them, coaching them through the 8-day. But as Charles said, it doesn't end there. That's just the beginning. And you still have to stay in touch with them. You still have to let them know that you're there for them, anything they need, and help them get to the next levels as well. Whatever their next level is, we're their friends for life. We're doing this together, and they need to know we're always there for them. The team camaraderie and the team building and the everything we do is so much fun. The training was fun. The trips are fun, so people are looking for that kind of bonding as well. So people come in for a lot of different reasons. We've just got to be there and be their friend, and that's not hard.
Right.
So support them any way they need it.
Thank you. Anybody else got anything they want to add before we finish? Stace, Luann, Jenny, I know Scott's there. I know he has something to say about motivating.
Scott.
Hey.
How many times did we call him Scott today?
I know.
Oh my gosh, I've heard his name way too much today.
Yeah, I thought today was great. I think we need to do more of that sort of stuff and get together. And we just had a good time. It's always fun to do that, Hey,
Yeah.
if y'all need somebody to drive the bus out there, let me know. I'm available.
Whoop,
Let's go.
Oklahoma.
Woohoo. Oh, we're going then. Okay, you're on
As
driver.
long as it's not the fur bus. If it's
I
not the
have a
fur
question.
bus.
Okay, but I do want to say one thing.
Yes, please.
I probably overcoach some of my people, but I will tell you that I get no greater joy than to get a text in the morning that says, oh my gosh, I'm down another 4 pounds. But y'all, I just, I mean, I can beat myself up every single day, and I do sometimes. And I'm a crier too, just so you know, Vicky. But and stop. But what Melissa said today about the affirmations every morning and every night. Yo, I am happy to lift someone else up, but I don't lift myself up. And we've got to be doing that every day.
That's it. We're our own worst enemy. I mean, we are our own worst critic. We're our own worst enemy. And it's just like, that's why it's so important to believe in your people, because they don't believe in themselves when they first start. But you've got to pour into yourself. And I love that you brought that up, because that's one of the things for those of you who weren't there today. I hope you go back and watch it, but it's the morning minute and the evening minute. In the morning minute, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror for a minute every single morning, and you're going to say, I am, and fill in the blank. I am worthy. I am loved. I am blessed. I am enough. I can, and then blank. And then say all the things you can do. I can do this business. I can meet 5 people today. I can help so-and-so, whatever it is, that blank. I will be an ambassador. I will not quit, and just fill in the blank. And for a minute, feed it to yourself, because what goes in is what comes out. And then in the evening, it's going to be an evening minute where it's going to be your victory log for the day. For a minute, write down everything that you accomplished that day. Get you a journal and write down everything you accomplished that day, even if it's small, even if it's I paid it forward by, and then blank, what you did to help somebody, even if you even gave somebody a compliment. I mean, that's a victory, doing something, stepping outside your box, going on Facebook Live today. That is a victory. So put all those things in there, because it will show you that you are enough. I mean, every single one of you. We all are. There's nothing special about any of us. I mean, I think all of you are special, but as far as me, I don't think there's anything special about me. I think I'm just an average person. But I speak. I mean, I write it in my house. I write in my house. Right here, I'm looking at my mirror. It says I am a silver executive, because I want to continually pour in me what I want to come out. I want that belief. I want to see it over and over again. And I don't know if all of you know, like, my background. This is probably getting too personal, but I was in a very abusive relationship when I was first married. It was very mentally and physically abusive. And when you hear something every single day and somebody's degrading you every single day, you believe it. If you hear something negative every day, you end up believing that about yourself. Same thing, opposite is true. If you pour into yourself and you tell yourself that you are, or you can, or you will, or you am, I am something, then you become that. It's just like what you put in, what goes in here is what goes in your heart, and you believe it. So pour into yourself. Thank you, Jenny, for doing that. And for saying that and bringing that up. Anybody else got anything? Hey, Christina, just saw you. Hey, Kelly.
Okay, let's end this on a fun note. We have to ask Tab the question that we asked everybody at the beginning that we wrote on our cards.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to know that. Who was not there today? Luann was not there today, and Christina was not there today. Okay, for those of you who were not there today, what is the worst job you've ever had? Luann? The worst job you've ever had? What we did was everybody wrote it on an index card, and we folded it, and we tried to guess whose was who.
Worst job I ever
Worst
had.
job.
Working for GEX Men and Boys section.
Oh, God. That would be pretty bad. Christina.
Everything for the men, including
Oh.
that. That was probably-
Christina, what's the worst job you've ever had? You're muted. Okay.
Oops, sorry. When I worked at Burger King when I was 15 years old, and that was horrible. I lasted like 5 days.
Oh, Lord. Tab,
It was horrible.
what is the worst job you've ever had, Tab?
I had to kind of think there. I inherited 4 horses one time that I really didn't want, and I had to clean out horse stalls
Oh, God.
for about 2 months,
Oh,
Oh,
Lord. Yeah, that's a bad job.
every day.
Oh, gosh. Ugh. Charles probably knows a lot about that. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm thankful for every single one of you. I believe in every single one of you. I know that all of you are beautiful, and all of you are worthy, and all of you are enough, and you can do anything that you set your mind to. You put your head down, you work hard. There's nothing that's impossible. So go to the top, go get it. Believe in yourself. Love you guys. See ya. There's Bria.
I was wondering.
I wondered if you went home today.
Hashtag zine.
Hey, hey, y'all be sure to take your zing that starts with a Z in the morning.
Yeah.